Hey, welcome back my friends to the Master Warrior playthrough. We're starting off today with the traveling merchant Gallius here because, well, check this out. He's actually selling the katana. 20 melee damage, 21% crit chance. I mean, why would I not buy this? Look at it. I love this thing. The great thing about the katana, of course, is the vastly increased amount of default crit chance you get with it. Look at it. 21% crit chance versus only 6% with the Blade of Grass. It does identical base damage, but if I'm honest, I would have to suggest that the Blade of Grass is probably still superior to it, simply because of the fact that A, it's fast, B, it shoots a projectile, and C, it does poison damage. So, yeah, I bought this katana because why not? So then, check it out, my friends. Since the last episode, I might have done a tiny little bit of building. We now have a cozy little double NPC house structure over here, and it's looking very, very nice. One thing I'm trying to do more is having a bit of space in my builds. In the past, I've always felt like I've had to fill in every single floor space going. So, yeah, look at this. There's 3 floor spaces here that aren't filled in, and that's only because there's this giant thing here, Eye of the Sun. I think I got that from a Sky Island. And then upstairs, I've got some little gaps here and there. And honestly, it just makes the builds feel a little bit more spacious. So then, in the last episode, we went ahead and we battled the Brain of Cthulhu and defeated him not once, but twice. And as a result, we got ourselves full crimson armor with a whole bunch of damage increase, defense increase, and life regen increase. All 3 of those are going to make us a formidable adversary against whoever it is who comes up against us. So then, some good news. While I was creating that new little double NPC house, I did indeed have a meteorite strike the world. Where exactly that is remains to be seen. What we need to do is we need to grab ourselves out maybe a mining potion, and then we'll get on over to the meteorite, dig it up, and then I'm thinking we make ourselves that meteor hammocks I was on about in the last episode. And while we're doing that, I do of course want to say an enormous thank you for all of your lovely support throughout this series. Now don't forget, my friends, if you do want to support this series and you're enjoying it, please do be sure to drop a like beneath the video. It's totally free to do, and it really does help out myself, the channel, and the video massively. Hit the subscribe button if you're new around here and you don't want to miss out on my future content. And if you do want to go one further with your support, use code Python when ordering any of my Ep.6 gaming PCs for 5% off, or head on over to Terraria.shop and get a whopping 15% off with code Python. What are the chances of the meteorite landing on these trees here? Oh my god, it did! Oh no, these poor trees! Oh! They have been ruined by the meteorite. All right, mining potion on. Let's get this thing dug up and let's rescue the tree a little bit here. I mean, yeah, there's going to be lasting damage on it now, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. You got to love the grass blade. It's such a good weapon now. Like, really, you cannot, under any circumstances, trash talk the grass blade now. Oh, I didn't forget to check on my life bar or anything. That's pretty embarrassing, isn't it? Alright, let's get on with doing some stuffsies, shall we? We have a grand total of 96 bars, and of course, with that, here it is, the meteor hammocks. We can now finally save a hotbar slot. Very, very good. With that slightly embarrassing death behind us, let's get back to mining this thing. There's not really any actual point to me doing this, aside from maybe for building purposes at this point. Although then again, we do have access to phase sabers, or phase blades, whichever one comes first. But if I'm honest, I don't think they're gonna be a set of weapons that I'm gonna be making in the series, because they're just not as good as what we've got going on here with the grass blade, my friend. In 1.4.5, 1.5, however, they may be, because of course they are one set of weapons that are being redone and overhauled in 1.4.5. Just how effective they'll be in that update, I've no idea. That's something yet to come. Although I must say, I imagine this series will have wrapped up by the time 1.4.5 actually comes, so maybe it will be in my next sort of, in air quotes, normal Let's Play where we start trying some of the newly overhauled weapons for that update, eh? Anyways, there we are. We're just about done here. Very, very good. Let's go home. All right, 71 further meteorite. I mean, to be honest, like I said, don't really need it. I just mined it up because, well, why wouldn't you? So then, in terms of boss progression, what's coming up next is Queen Bee. And this promises to be a very interesting one. We could maybe use the blade of grass and, well, actually, to be honest with you, I'm actually very, very tempted to use the blade of grass. But here's the thing, my friends. This thing can mine hellstone. And if we were to grab ourselves maybe a little bit of obsidian, maybe we could make ourselves the fiery greatsword, or as I think it's called nowadays, the volcano? Is that right? I can't remember. But yeah, we've used the blade of grass quite a lot. We used the blood butcher a teeny tiny bit, but I'm very interested to use the volcano once again. I seem to remember it being a really good sword in my old We Don't Talk About It legendary playthrough. If only I had some sturdy fossils so I could make myself some scarab bombs and make a super easy elevator. If, for example, I created for myself, where is it, generic, if I was to maybe make myself one of these, use it in the underground desert and try to kill as many dudes as possible to get myself some sturdy fossils, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be onto a bit of a winner, my friends. But then again, we could also make for ourselves one of these bad boys, right? And then we could just break all the little vases that are down in the underground desert as well. The fact of the matter is this. There's a lot of stuff we can get from the underground desert, and I'm very excited to see what we get. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're heading to the underground desert. Let's do this. I'm not even going to say what I want to try and get from this biome, because I feel like when I do, I don't get it. So, yeah, I'm just going to go in with a blank mindset, and I'm going to hope that we get at least some cool stuff. All we gotta do is find ourselves some actual cave bits. Yeah. Oh, regen potions. That's actually pretty good. I don't mind that one bit. Hey, look at that. Some scarab bombs. That's exactly what I'm looking for. All right, let's do a little bit of zoom out action. Oh, snappers. I can see everything. Oh, no. I should have made some more mining potions, eh? That probably would have been a good idea. All right, so then, question. Just how effective will the grass blade be against the dudes of the underground desert? I have no idea, if I'm honest. Let's get ourselves down to somewhere good. Oh, look at that. Ah! Whoa. Hello. Can I, like... Okay, that was a questionable thing to do, but somehow I came out on top. Oh, you'll love to see it. Anyways, guys, we do have ourselves an underground house. Oh, look at the grass blade, though, once again. Just wrecking shop, keeping everybody at bay with its knockback. And, of course, the little projectiles going through walls. I mean, come on, do you really need anything more than that? Amazing. Look at the amount of these cactus balls around. That is absolutely ludicrous. Right. Let's do this thing. We're looking for some epicness. What's that? A snake charmer's flute? That's a whole load of poo. The other good way of getting sturdy fossils, of course, is to extractinate a bunch of these desert fossils. And to be honest, that might not actually be a bad way to go. I mean, I'm just kind of exploring here and just hoping for a bunch of epic stuff. But... yeah. Oh, look at that. If that wasn't a trap, then I don't know what was. Oh, the traveling merchant has returned already. I'd love to see what he's got for sale. Ah! Oh, my word. That cactus ball had it in for me. Holy guacamole. Right, another cactus ball. These guys, the little mini worm dudes, they do drop sturdy fossils. So if I can maybe get this guy to come back up to us. Come on. Anytime now. And there we go. And he didn't drop one. Of course he didn't. Fine. Make me look stupid on camera. Why not? Hey-oh. Little chest. Yeah. All right. That is actually one of the things that I definitely wasn't looking for, that I definitely didn't say I wanted. Ha-ha! Ah, yes. I'll tell you something, my friends. Reverse psychology works in this game. I'm telling you. When you're not looking for things, they will present themselves to you in vast quantities. When you do want something, it's the complete opposite. So yeah, maybe going forwards in this game, I just say, I don't want to get anything, and then the game will just give me millions of things, right? Ah, the grass blade. This has got to be, and I'm not even joking when I say this, I believe this weapon here might just be, what, top 3 pre-hard mode weapons? I think it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, genuinely, I can't think of any way this weapon could be made better. It has projectiles that goes through floors and walls. It has projectiles in the first place. It has a fairly fast speed, decent damage, poison. It's just epic. And I know, I'm basically spending at least a minute in each of the episodes in this series here at this point, just gushing over how amazing this weapon is. But it is! It just is! Ah, well, look at he do! We have a little golfer boy around here. Haha! Epic! Oh dear. The golfer. RIP. 2023 to 2023. He lasted such a long time. Not. Ah! I didn't get to see what the traveling merchant had. Ah! I was too hyper-focused on exploring. Ah! First world problems. I wonder. We have a whole bunch of lava right there. I'm sure you guys might be able to figure out where I'm going with my little thought process here. Is there any water around? Oh, there is, in fact. It's literally there. It's there. The obsidian marks the split between lava and water. Ha! That's hilarious. Oh, yeah. Oh, good grief. Wait, what's happening? There's a lot of obsidian and lava kind of flowing in on me. Gee whiz. All right, here we go. Loads of obsidian for your boy. Yeah, just draining away all of the water and lava here. All for a very good purpose, of course. Look at it. We've got nearly 200 bits of obsidian here, in fact. That's not bad going, if you ask me. Not only can we use it for the molten armor and a bunch of molten upgrades, we can, of course, use it for some obsidian skin potions, which would be probably quite useful, actually. All right, all that's left to get on our little exploration spelunking session here is probably a whole bunch of desert fossil blocks, so we could do a bunch of extractinating. Ah! Excellent. A whole bunch of desert fossils. That's what we're looking for. Ah, look at this. See, ordinarily, I'd be absolutely terrified of all of these guys here, but when you got a grass blade... Absolute decimation. What can I say? So yeah, screw the enchanted sword. Oh man, in future playthroughs, I'm going to be rushing towards getting a grass blade instead. More desert fossils for you, boy. Very good stuff. Alrighty, we've just hit 200 desert fossils, and well, to be honest with you, I think that should be enough for what we want to do with it. We're just extractinating to the point where we get ourselves a whole bunch of sturdy fossils so we can make scarab bombs to make a nice easy elevator. With that in mind, let's get ourselves back to base here. Oh my god, look at all this beautiful stuff we've got going on. Huh, there's so much. Alrighty, 228 desert fossils. Let's see just how many sturdy fossils we get out of this. And the answer is not overly a great deal. So then we need only grab out the bombs here, and then we use the sturdy fossils alongside them to create a bunch of scarab bombs. We've got 35 of them. Is that enough to get us to the underworld? Ooh, I guess we'll find that out in just a minute, eh? I think we create the elevator in a tiny little build. I'm going to say here. I mean, we've got a build on the right-hand side of our main house. How about we have one on the left-hand side as well? I mean, literally, we only need it to be big enough to house our elevator, which is going to be 3 blocks wide, of course. So... yeah, we don't need to go too big with this one, my friends. Another traveling merchant. Well, hello to you. Oh, he's got my favorite cape. And it's a winter cape. It actually works with the area. Yeah. Ah, yes. Yuma the Blue Tiger. How big is this? I think it's 6 blocks wide, in which case... Oh, that is so cool. But it literally takes up the entire place over here. And I don't think any of my builds work with even numbers. Not really. I usually work with odd numbers because I like to be able to put a chandelier, like, directly in the middle, right? Talking of which, a nice little chandelier in here. I think that'll look mighty dang fine. Couple of doors. Maybe a couple of chests in there as well. And just to squeeze a little bit more functionality into the build, I'm actually going to put down a crafting station and a candle. Yeah. Why not? Let's make sure it fits in with the area with a bunch of these little fences. So there we go. Even managed to squeeze in a teeny tiny bit of building in the episode for you folks. Now to explode our way down to the underworld. Let's do this thing, my friends. We're going to make sure we're starting it from a little bit, you know, further down compared to where the build is. I don't want to blow up my build accidentally. Rather annoyingly, we have hit a pretty big body of lava, but it's literally a tiny layer above the underworld. So actually, I don't know, maybe I can get away with this. If I was to do a little bit of chucky action, let's hope for the best. Alright, so the lava is now going to drain out underneath, thus making this at least relatively safe, I hope, eventually. Oh yeah, absolute destruction. Stupid demons. You can't take me out. I am the demon. This blade of grass makes me into a demon. A poison demon. So then, with all of that done and dusted, my friends, I think the time has finally come. We're going to head on down to the underworld. Oh, hang on. There's one thing I need to make first, isn't there? Wait. There's the obsidian. And there's the obsidian skull. Yes, exactly what I'm looking for. All right, at least now I can do at least a slightly better job of not being set on fire a whole bunch. Alrighty, mining potion, and I'm thinking an obsidian skin potion. Wait, can I not make them? Ah, rat. And I don't have any down here either. Well, that sucks, doesn't it? All right, very good. So we now have easy access to the underworld, and that is going to mean we can hopefully mine ourselves up a whole bunch of hellstone. That is the goal, my friends. And then to finish off the episode, we're going to make a bunch of hellstone upgrades so that in the next episode, we can take down Queen Bee. Yeah, here we are, my friends. A few little bits and bobs to be done before we begin. We need to pick up one of these hell forges here, of course, and then we can get started, pretty much. So, one thing I usually like to do is to just mine the hellstone that is adjacent to these hell houses. It's probably the safest way of getting a bunch of hellstone, but then the time may come a little bit later down the line where you have to go out into the underworld and get yourself a whole bunch of hellstone. But for now, we're going to try and go at this nice and safely, or as safely as I can do it, I guess. Mining potion on, and there we have it. All right, let's go out into the underworld. Lots of hellstone adjacent to this little house right here. Very good. We've got potions of return, titan potions. Yeah. I'm hoping what will happen eventually is we might get an obsidian skin potion from the vases that I'm smashing. There's a lot of vases in the underworld, and they do have a chance of dropping the obsidian skin potion. So we've just got to see if we can get lucky, really. Alrighty. I think we're just about done with the right-hand side houses. I think now we need to pop on over to the left-hand side. And actually, when I think about it, there should be way more since our base is already kind of on the right-hand side of the world, right? You know, it's not in the center, so there wouldn't have been a lot of houses on the right anyway. So, yeah, let's get on with some more exploring, shall we? We're currently at 177 hellstone, which is an okay amount, but I don't think it's going to be enough for a full set of armor. And, of course, the volcano, which, of course, is the big thing that we're trying to make in today's episode. Oh, look at that! You gotta love a good old coin portal! Another little coin portal. Another 15 gold coins out of it as well. That's 2 times 15 gold coin portals we've had so far down here. That's not bad going. Hey, and there we have it. An obsidian skin potion at long friggin' last. But to be honest with you, my friends, I think we are getting pretty close to having all of these underground houses explored anyway, so maybe we save those obsidian skin potions for another time, perhaps. Only, unfortunately, I'm starting to run out of time to record today's episode, my friends. So I want to get this hellstone, I want to get the upgrades made back at base, and then I'm probably going to wrap up the episode and get it out to you guys. Oh! What I was trying to do there was dash away, but I think what I actually did was dash into the worm. Yikes. That's a lot of gold coins to lose. Okay, right. I'll get those back after this episode is finished recording, okay? What we're going to do now, though, my friends, is we're going to finally get to work on some molten upgrades. So, start off by replacing the furnace with a hell forge. Grab out the obsidian that we managed to get before, and now we see just how many bars we can make. It is 3 ores per bar. Wow, 140. Holy guacamole, that is a lot, isn't it? Oh, the flamerang! I totally forgot that existed. That's another weapon we can use. And there's the volcano, of course. 45 melee damage. It's made out of fire. Yeah, baby. All right, let's start off with the almighty, though. We're going to start with the molten armor. We have 95 bars left. We're making the volcano. That's 20 bars. That's not very good. But I'm hoping that maybe in the next episode we might get a goblin army and then maybe a goblin tinkerer to spawn in. That would be mighty dang fine. There's the flamerang. Absolutely beautiful. It's a good one as well. Coming in at a whopping 64 melee damage. That is absolutely crazy. And then, of course, we've got ourselves both the molten hamaxe, why not, and the molten pickaxe. Yeah, some serious upgrades going on here, my friends. So, with that all done and dusted, we're going to sell this. We're going to put on the armor, going from 24 defense up to 30. We, of course, have 10% extra melee damage, and we can't be set on fire. 7% increased crit chance, 7% increased melee damage, and finally, 7% increased melee speed. 41 damage with a bad volcano, 22 with our blade of grass, and a whopping 68 with our flamerang. Holy guacamole. I can't wait to get a better reforge on this. If we can get a legendary volcano, it's game over. Literally. So then, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to wrap up today's episode. I really do hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you have, do be sure to drop a like beneath the video. I'd really appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button and don't forget to ding that bell, of course, if you don't want to miss out on my future content. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I really do truly appreciate all of your wonderful support. And yeah, I'm going to go get my coins back. And in the meantime, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.